Jim Huffines again from Clean Title Run and Drive. I got another one here coming up for sale in Dallas on 210. Well, the week of 210/19, which I think is probably a Wednesday. I think when it's coming up for sale. I'm not sure. I can't remember exactly when Dallas comes up, but it's going to be this week sometime. It's kind of a short notice, but I was looking at this one here. This looks like a pretty good car for somebody who wants to just buy a good car to drive, or maybe one to flip, because it looks like all the parts are here. It looks like they must have taken it apart and found out it was going to be a little bit more than they wanted to get involved in as far as repairing it. Either the customer didn't want it done, or maybe just the insurance company just found some hidden damage here they didn't like. It's probably right in here somewhere, because it looks like this might have a little bit. It might be bent just a little bit here, but it's real hard to tell when they got one apart like this. You don't know exactly where the damage was and from what direction it was hit, and just certain things like that. But it looks like all the parts are here, which I don't know. They got these marked for replacement here because they got a green X on them, so it's probably got a broken tab on these headlights and stuff. You can't tell what damaged the bumper cover, if it's something you could repair or buy another one. But condenser look like you can't tell from that, but it looked like it might have some damage here. It might have to be replaced, but those usually aren't too bad. And you can get to it right here because you already got everything off, so that's pretty easy fix right there. And you'd have, of course, you have to check the radiator, make sure it's got water in it. But let's see if it's what it says here. It says runs, so but it doesn't tell you how good it runs or anything. So, but actually, it doesn't look like it has a whole lot of miles on it. If you go over here and look at the mileage on this thing, it has if I get to it without too much trouble, 34,000 miles on it. So this is a pretty new car. You can see if the damage, I can't tell, but this looks like it's all messed up here. It's just more like it's going to have a bumper cover and a support. I don't know where the beam, the reinforcement bar is, and all the padding that goes with it. But you can see this is probably got to be replaced here. This is bowed pretty good here. And, you know, you want to go ahead. It's not much money. You want to go ahead and replace that while you got it, before you can get to it, because it's real easy to fix like this. And those parts probably under $100 for a condenser, maybe AutoZone or O'Reilly's or something. You can get one worth the money. Oh, man, I've even bought them off eBay pretty cheap, right? 30, 40 bucks. They get them here like a day or two, so they're pretty quick on a lot of these things. But yeah, I just go ahead and replace all that, and I don't like them torn down like this because I don't know where all the. We'll make sure you have all the bolts, because sometimes those bolts are hard to find. They just throw them away, and you need all those bolts and little brackets and things, and sometimes that's tough. But if you're looking at the car, there's where I got the VIN number. I was able to get the VIN number here. This is, if you see over here, they don't have the whole VIN number on here. So, but you're able to get it from right here. And I was able to find out this car is being sold by Allstate Insurance. So this is probably a pretty good deal here. It's not something somebody's brought back or trying to run through the auction. But you look, this is looks pretty good here. You can't see the whole story here, but it looks pretty good right in here. Everything's there. It doesn't look like it's been detailed, cleaned up or anything. It's just the way it looks. So I like it better than one that's been detailed. Interior looks pretty clean. Somebody took pretty good care of this car. You can see the floors look pretty good, and not much to all this. This is a pretty good. This may be a pretty good car here for somebody. And if I can get that thing going, and back end looks pretty good. Oh, doesn't look like there's much back end, damage. This is an LT, so it's not an LS, so that's pretty good. But you can see this might have a little bit of damage here, but you can, as long as it's not pushed back or buckled, you can line that up enough to get a bumper part on there. It's not as long as it's not buckled back in here somewhere. But you really can't tell because you can't see this wheel radius from the side, so you don't know if that's knocked back any. It doesn't really appear to be. And sometimes that's something you can adjust. Even if it is pushed back a little bit, you can get the caster camber adjusted if you go to the right shop, and they can adjust that for you. A lot of times there's not a lot of adjustment on these struts. So you'll probably have to get another strut. There's not much adjustment, or you get a little cam tool goes in there if your strut's okay. They got a little cam kit going there. You adjust the camera on these things. But, anyway, but you can see there's no airbags or anything going off there. It looks pretty clean. Looks like this might be a pretty good fix for somebody. But this one's coming up for sale like this week. So anyway, this might be one you might want to look at. But like I say, you need to go out and take a look at it for sure. You really can't tell from the pictures what any hidden damage. See, I don't know what this is right here. If this is something from this car or another car. I always see stuff like it, and I always wonder, I don't know what that's from. But, they get so many cars in and out of here, you don't know if that's old from the last cars here, because they get them out here within a week or so sometimes. So, man, if you don't get these cars out by the end of the week, you get, or man, by the sometimes you get it like with a day or two, they'll start charging you storage on this stuff. So you need to get them out of there as fast as you can. And because they got me on that last one I bought here. So I was trying to get it out of Houston, and I couldn't get anybody to come pick it up worth the money, and it took me a day or so, and they socked it to me on that. But anyway, might be a pretty good one to look at here. Uh, see what it goes. I'll try to, if I get a chance, I might try to go out there and take a look at it and follow up on this, see if it, get a little better pictures of it. And it should run and drive. I wouldn't see any reason why it wouldn't, um, unless the radiator's leaking a lot of fluid or something, or it's got a busted line to transmission or something. I wouldn't. But anyway, but other than that, it looks pretty good there. I don't know what options you got on. You can't really. They didn't really take good enough pictures. I don't know if it's got navigation or anything, because they all have these screens anymore, so it's hard to tell what options they got on them. But I don't know if there's any heated seats or anything like that, which more likely doesn't on these. But anyway, looks like it's got a lot of buttons, so it could have cruise control. Of course, it's probably got cruise control, a lot of those little radio control stuff in there. But anyway, all right, well, I'm gonna let you go, and I'll try to get back to you later in the week on this one, and I'll try to follow up and see what it sells for if I get a chance. In between my other stuff I got to do, I've always got something going. Like I say, this is what's coming up for sale this week on Copart, so might be one you can take a look at. Anyway, I'll let you all go. I'll catch y'all later in the week. Talk to you later. Bye.